Hello. I have seen that people are already here for the kitties, and the kitties are still eating, which I am kind of impressed that they are still eating. They're eating. They're insisting on eating out of the same bowl, though. It looks like so. Erin went to Home Goods and came back with a cute cat, like feeding bowl situation. I think the real problem is that my wardrobe cannot open because the cat feeding station is in front of it. I don't know how many bowls we can get to solve that problem. But hello, welcome to live stream. I am maybe not inexplicably tired, but I am very tired today. So this is not caffeine because I would like to fall asleep on time, but I have a pumpkin spice tea that I'm hoping will keep me awake, and we have a lot of sugar. This is also why we are doing a pretty chill live stream today. I do feel like we need to start doing the 2026 financial prep live streams, but I'm taking a little breather this week because I think probably the reason I'm tired is because Thanksgiving holiday slowed down my insurance's pharmacy delivery, and so I've ran out of my weekly meds, so I'm 4 days behind on my meds. So possibly combined with the fact that I'm leaving town in a couple days and have 2 features due this week plus slides I need to finish for a talk. So the music was a bit choppy. That's interesting. I wonder if was that true for everyone or just for Fuzz Bubbles? I come for the planning, but I stay for the kitties. Well, we do have some planning to do. This is my Laurel Denise mini horizontal planner. I am very excited that we are now only a month away from switching into my new planner, which is my Laurel Denise Scout. We will see if I last all year in this. Always a possibility I don't. But this looks extremely undecorated. And there's not a ton of decorations that you can do in this because it's such a small planner, but I thought we could put some washi tape at the top and then we can work on this. But I also have 2 really exciting donuts. And this is not a topic that in any way is connected to my channel, but my hyperfixation this week is the gay hockey show. And why not talk about it? It came out on Friday, called Heated Rivalry. It is based on a gay hockey romance novel. It's on HBO. And I am very excited about it, so I thought we could talk about it a little bit. Okay, we've got 2 really good looking donuts here. Really getting into the winter flavors. This is a chocolate babka. So it's got vanilla icing, chocolate swirls, and then it's like a twist knot. And apparently it's soft dough. I will watch Gay Hockey Show when there are a couple more episodes and I finish season 1 of The Sopranos. Well, there's only 6 episodes, but only 2 are out. So anyway, I've watched the first 2. I've probably watched them all the way through 3 times each, which is not, I'm not going to say I had full focus, but all right, here's the other one, which is so cute. We're really kicking into the winter season situation here. This is a iced gingerbread latte. That's what they've called it. So it's a regular raised donut underneath. Then it is gingerbread swirl icing, and then a house-made gingerbread man, and I'm very happy he survived. It's kind of a harder icing. It's not old-fashioned hard, but it is a bit of a harder icing. They do both look incredible. I'm very excited about them. I'm a little sad because I will be out of town next week. I will be doing a live stream, hopefully, as long as everything works with the internet at the hotel. I'm going to be in Texas. Erin is hopefully been roped in to do kind of remote switching of the live stream. It may not be on Tuesday though. It looks like it's going to be Monday night at the usual time. So it'll be 4:30 Pacific, 7:30 Eastern, and for me, 6:30 Central. because the Tuesday night is, oh my gosh, so much hair. I'm glad the donuts were covered. Hello, Machka. Aaron says, I could get donuts on Monday and then taste them for you. Well, since I'm going to be in Austin, I am also hoping to get some vegan donuts in Austin because they have decent amount. Hi, ma'am. I love that this is a new thing that you're now doing in every live stream. My live stream channel is turning 19 on Christmas, and it looks like I do have Christmas Day off this year. So I am thinking there is a possibility. I don't want to curse it, but there is a possibility we are moved in by then or close to it. And Aaron and I were talking about maybe doing a live stream of like organizing the kitchen. Like something that you just need like a solid chunk of time to do and is just extremely low key. Maybe we can like put cozy vibes on in the background or something. I'm not guaranteeing that is going to happen because I have learned not to guarantee anything when it comes to the house. But then my thought was that I could go, I believe Christmas is on a Thursday this year, which is part of why I don't have to work. I am thinking that I could get a donut. I could maybe get a couple donuts as motivation for unpacking and organizing the kitchen. We can live stream on the House Files channel, and it does seem like organizing the kitchen would be more of a House Files live stream, but I might be able to pull rank and simply say that it's my channel's birthday, and we should do it on my channel. Aaron is trying to convince everybody they should watch the House Files update. We are, even if you don't watch that full thing, if you desperately want a House Files coaster, this is not a House Files coaster, but they're similar to this, handmade by Aaron. These are extremely limited edition. I think there's 2 of them currently. We have a betting pool going. Not much of a gambler, but this is enough fun that Price is Right rules. If you say guess the move-in date, and we have defined move-in as the point at which the cats spend the night in the house. So that means like we're moved in enough that we feel comfortable moving the cats in and they spend a night in the house. That is what we're defining as move-in date. We are taking bets for move-in date, and whoever is the closest without going over gets a House Files coaster. Kitchen organizing live stream seems even better than gay hockey. Okay, I have one gay hockey story. It's not specifically about the show. I would recommend watching the show. I read 3 books from the series last week, which I think is how you can tell that I'm like stressed about work, is that I'm filling all of my time outside of work of reading like completely vapid books, because these are not groundbreaking literature. These are all just like hockey yaoi. Also a little more graphic than I prefer. But when it comes to the Heated Rivalry book, which is what the show is based on, that relationship all evolves, like all the emotional side of the story evolves during the spicy scenes. So you have to kind of read them, because normally I will just kind of skip over those if they're too explicit, but you have to read them because that's where all the emotional intimacy is built up in this particular story. Highly recommend the show. I think the acting is great. I have read several breakdowns from fluent Russian speakers about the Russian in the show. The main characters, one of the main characters is Russian, like in the story, but the actor himself is not Russian at all. He had to learn Russian and perfect a Russian accent in his English for this show. And he has scenes that are like, there's like 8 minutes of just full Russian dialogue, I believe, in the second episode. Because that episode takes place at the Sochi Olympics, so it makes sense that all the characters are speaking in Russian. And people are very impressed with his Russian. there is less being impressed with some of the tertiary characters Russian. It was all shot in Canada, and it seems like maybe they didn't have the largest production budget. They actually had not sold for international distribution. It is produced by Crave, which is part of the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation. And I love that Canadian taxpayer dollars are going to Hockey Yowie. You have 29 chances starting with December 3rd. I mean, do we have 29 chances? Because I feel like we could also not make it before the end of the year. So, anyway, they do have international distribution now, but I think it's primarily HBO. But the show was very low budget, like production, but has a very, I guess, well-known director, Jake Tierney. And it seems like maybe they couldn't get like totally bilingual actors for the Russian scenes. It is very confusing to me because there are two tertiary characters who do not speak English canonically and are not going to appear again. Like, unless they like drastically alter the story, which I do not think they're going to do because this book series has a rabid fan base. And thus far, like, even the spicy scenes have been like directly, like, so much of the dialogue is directly from the book. Like, and they did a couple timeline adjustments, but very minor. And they're staying extremely truthful to the book. I'm not familiar with the term yaoi. That's not how you spell it. It's Japanese YAOI. It's boy on boy storylines. So there's Yuri, which is girl on girl storylines, and yaoi, which is guy on guy storylines. And it's typically yaoi is used to describe pop culture. Like, you wouldn't call someone like a yaoi relationship, but you would describe like yaoi, like content is yaoi. I think it originally comes from manga, but it's used now kind of like universally and outside of Japanese media. I think you had fond memories of Noah's Ark because it wasn't very well acted. Did you only watch the pilot? Because that was the thing I was going to say. The pilot was not well acted, but I feel like they got into the characters. I also thought the stories were good. I don't know if I would necessarily... I don't think I have very good memories of the acting, so... I had seen Yuri before and I had no idea. Well, okay, also like Yuri on Ice Yuri is a name as well in Japanese. And Yuri on Ice is yaoi. It's not Yuri, if that makes sense. Also, I don't speak Japanese. I just speak internet. And I've been reading yaoi manga since, the early 2000s before it was on the internet. So... All right, maybe the acting does not improve. I do think the acting is good in Heated Rivalry, and I'm probably a little bit more discerning of it these days. All right, should we do some planner time? Because I do have a union meeting after this, so we don't have all night like we did last week. I am a little bit more awake now. All right, I'm stressing because I leave on Saturday for a talk that I give on Monday morning in Austin. I have not gotten any information about my hotel confirmation. I do have my flight confirmed. So I don't have any information about my hotel. I haven't actually confirmed that they have booked. They said they would, but I have no information. I have not I have planned my talk. I have not sat down and done all my slides and my script. And I just found out I have more time than I thought I did. I thought it was an hour, and it looks like we have 2.5 hours now, but there's another speaker in that time, and I have had no communication with this person. Anyway, so I'm stressed about that. But in the next 3 days, I have 2 other features that I need to do. I've started both of the features, but I still have one interview to secure for one of them. And it was impossible to get anyone on the phone last week because it was a holiday week in the US. And the people I needed worked for health insurance companies. So they were like impossible. So what are we going to do? Are we going to plan my actual to-do list? No, we are going to decorate the planner. All right, let's look through some options for decorations. I think I want to go for, I do think I have, where did I put all of my, oh gosh, everything's fine. Nobody can see me because I didn't put the picture in picture. There we go. I'm just knocking everything down on my desk. Don't mind me. Okay, so I have all these washi tapes that I feel like have very winter vibes, so I haven't been using them. Which one do we want to use for this month? I think that I should go for like the green one, or what did I do last month? Because I feel like I did one of these last month. I did the green one last month, so we shouldn't do the green one. I kind of like the idea of the planner coffee cup being the one. I think the planner coffee cup should be the one that we do this month. Those are all from Salam Creative. I love her stickers. I think she does a truly excellent job at designing great washi tapes. Her patterns tend to be very long. Like they take forever to repeat, which can sometimes be a problem when you have like such a tiny planner like this. Because I don't want to like lose out on the... Okay, I'm gonna have to do a different one. And I'm probably realistically gonna move into the new planner. Actually, we could just do the whole way down for this guy because I'm not taking this planner with me to Austin, so I like don't need to use the Sunday one. And then I did this bingo like 2 weeks ago on the live stream. So if you're interested in doing an end of year bingo, here is the end of year bingo. Okay. Will I survive this very long week? Okay. I feel like maybe we should decorate Hanukkah too. I have Hanukkah stickers. And let's see if they fit in here. Oh yeah, I got a box for all of my stickers at a yard, well, like an estate yard warehouse sale, but it's the first wooden index card box that I found that's actually going to be big enough to fit my large stickers. It was being used to store like disc golf maps and rating things. I need to do some work on it. I got it for $6, but that will be in my new office. That's going to be where the stickers go. Right now, they're all organized, but they're not like in the cool little wooden box. We will move it from there. Oh, also, I have these very cute stickers. I've been waiting for I feel like these are good decor stickers. See, but I don't want to cover up the days of the week. Put them down there. And These are such, like, thick quality stickers. They're really hard to peel off, actually. Okay. That gives a little more exciting. Where are my holiday stickers? I have so many Halloween stickers, and that the Halloween stickers are their own category. Oh my god, the holidays were all the way at the back. That's why it took so long. Okay, look at these tiny Hanukkah stickers. I think we can... I think this might actually cover one. It does kind of reduce a lot of the real estate, but whatever. Add some festivity there. These are way too big to use. Disc golf, the sport of the future. Okay. Also, you can tell that my meal planning has not necessarily succeeded. We ended up having nachos last night, so I will have to make Brussels sprouts tonight because we have Brussels sprouts that need to be used. No idea what Thursday is going to be. Oh, we have to make that pasta thing. Okay. Feta tomato pasta. And then probably just leftovers to try to finish it before I leave on Friday. When am I going to pack, y'all? I was expecting I have to go into the office on Thursday. I think I'm going to end up packing on Friday, which is rough because I have a thing in the evening. I don't think I can pack on Wednesday. I think that's too early. And I think we're going to do a long strip sticky note, and we're going to put my specific to this trip packing list on it. I'm going to cut it though. Okay, so gay hockey show related anecdote. I was at yoga this morning, and when I got out of yoga, I saw someone who had a sticker on her water bottle that said "Buy Furious," and I was like, "Oh my god, that's an amazing sticker!" And then I saw a sticker underneath it that said, "I ride hockey moms," and I was like, I was like, wow, that's a sticker. That's a very niche sticker. And then I asked her if she had watched the gay hockey show, and she told me she's on a queer women's and non-binary folks hockey team, and was going to a tournament, and they were planning a watch party for the gay hockey show. And now she's going to come skating with me because she works not that far from my skating rink and wanted to come try out the rink that I'm at. She skates predominantly at a different rink, and wants to learn some figure skating moves to show off to her hockey team. So she was trying to recruit me for hockey, and she was like, well, if you skate, you'll be miles ahead of the other people. And I was like, I don't think that's as true as you think it is. I'm not very good at taking hits, I would say, or doling them out. I certainly don't think I could be a goalie. Couldn't be a defensive player. So what would I be doing? I don't have enough stick skills to be a center. Okay, talk outfit, running shoes, live stuff? Question mark? Laptop, slides, phone, charger, biz cards, stop requested stickers, cat stickers, okay, also the high is supposed to be like 60 something in Austin, but then the low is like 48. What the heck do I pack for that? That's like the weirdest temperature range to pack for, I feel like. I should probably pack a jacket, right? Because 48, I feel like you're going to want a jacket out at night, I would assume. I don't know enough about Austin weather, I have to say. Dress, running clothes. Also, possibly gonna try to go to yoga class research. I will try to get a vegan donut in Austin. I found that there's a couple vegan donut places, but I need to like research time opens and stuff. The lows are at night. No, I didn't meet her at the rink. I met her at the yoga studio. And then when she was like, oh, I'm on a hockey team, I was like, oh, I'm a figure skater. Anyway, she's, hopefully we're going to skate together. We made a plan to skate together because she wanted to skate. My rink, much to my annoyance right now, has a giant tree in the middle of it. It pays for the rink. It's magical, whatever. They do fake snow that falls from the sky that also screws up the ice and is like terrible for the Zamboni because it's made out of soap. And so it gets into the lines of the Zamboni. But it is fun to come to. So, okay. What? Yeah, the lows are at night, but I'm going to go out at night, I'm assuming, because there's like conference stuff. Y'all, how am I going to finish all of this week? The next 3 days are just like, do all the stuff. I might have to skip. Oh, hey, ma'am. Okay, well, this is my life now. I can't actually work on my planner anymore because someone has decided to be carried around my... Thanks, Machka. You know, if you're going to do this, you could at least show your face because showing the internet your butt is not as cute. You gonna say hi to everyone? Is she in the camera? No. If I rotate, her butt's going to be on camera. Okay. Ma'am. She's very cute, but she does get hair all over me. Should we eat a donut? I think we should eat a donut. Yeah, she heard I was leaving. I'm not planning. I'm going to San Francisco for one night on the way back. What do I need for San Francisco? Is it like a fancy dinner? I'm going to Aaron's work thing. It's a fancy dinner, but in San Francisco with tech people. So like my normal attire will be fancier than probably the average person, right? Probably. Okay. Dinner dress. Okay. Somehow I need to finish my presentation. I need to deal with the size source from Kaiser. Ranger script. I need to pack for the trip. I'm going to say that's going to take 2 hours because Ranger script is 1.5 hours left, I think. Sorcerer Kaiser, 2 hours, including the talk. Presentation, I think I have 4 more hours to work on that. The ear edit, 30 minutes. Edit with Amanda, 1 hour. I need to say script for AviQ. And then Ranger Digital. Okay. Is usually 2 hours. 2 hours. And then tracking video. Austin should be fun and not too cold. Kitty Heine time. Yes. I have normally I do a lot more prep and thinking through trips earlier, and it has not been the best coordinated. The communication has fallen to someone whose job it is not to organize the conference with me. It will be fine. I am not worried. Really, overall, I am going to call them and confirm I have somewhere to stay tomorrow because I am a little worried that the hotel has not been booked like every night. And then we're going to move sometime this month, hopefully. Question mark. I need to put my computer on Do Not Disturb as usual because my parents are blowing up my computer. So, all right. Good enough, right? How are we feeling about this? Do I need to finish more of December? I feel like next week is just a wash. I am hosting the weekend after I get back, but luckily I'm not soloing. So I just have to like get back and like, I'm going to work from home this day. And then I'll work from home this day. And then the following day, I will have to go into the office. And then I'll be in the office these days. Then I have a friend lesson. Gosh. I feel like there's more stuff happening later this month that I should probably be aware of. Do you just feel like the whole month is like already getting away from you on the second day of the month? That's how I feel right now. And I'm looking to see if there's anything else I need to add. There's no skate class on these days. I'm pretty sure this is my day off. I am available. I'm on the like backup, but it looks like I will not have to be working. And hosting, and then solo hosting these days. And then panicking because I leave the following week for nationals. Which I still don't have information on my credentials, and they're supposed to tell us Fred's Nats deadline. I have already booked my hotel for that trip, so at least there's that. I love it when my computer starts making noise. Were we discussing Yuri on Ice? Yuri on Ice was very briefly mentioned, but I'm happy to keep talking about the gay hockey. The gay hockey is not Yuri on Ice. Yuri on Ice is gay figure skating, which we're never going to get our damn movie for that. It's very frustrating because I can't believe they spent so long working on a movie and then it just never came to pass. I like that my mom is you don't need to apologize to them. I even thought, I should probably put the do not disturb on before. The frustrating thing is I put the do not disturb on and then it's on like all of the devices and then I forget to turn it off. All right, it's time to eat a donut. The gay hockey show is Heated Rivalry, and it came out on Friday, and it's on HBO in the US and Crave in Canada. And it's available elsewhere if you're in other countries. But I think it's very good. But it is very spicy. All right. Let's... I think we're going to do the babka first because it has chocolate in it, and I like gingerbread a lot more than chocolate, so I figure I can clean out my mouth with the other one. This is a chocolate babka knot, and it has chocolate swirls with a soft dough and a vanilla glaze. I mean, look at that guy. And it's a big donut. It's a very big donut. I'm excited about this because this might be the amount of chocolate that I actually can handle. So I cannot believe it's been 10 years since the movie. I cannot believe that. That's wild. Oh, I do feel like it'd be better heated up, but then the icing is so hard, which is nice. The chocolate is like it's a very like kind of rich chocolate going on there. And the dough is, I would say, not flavored. It was just described as a soft dough, and it kind of just tastes like a bread dough. It's definitely yeasted. It's like a raised bread. I have a napkin. Aaron's trying to tell me to wipe my face, I think. Okay, I'm just going to peel this off. Oh, Aaron's trying to earn his tax. There you go. You're going to run the live stream next week, so I think you're earning your tax. This is not overpoweringly chocolatey for me. It's a pretty good balance of the vanilla, chocolate, and the bread. Is it a donut? I mean, I think it's fried, so it's a donut.
Is it?
Maybe not.
I think it might be a pastry.
It might be a pastry. It is a babka, so... It's in the donut log. So I think it is a donut. The Pike Place Pierogi Place made Katsusan Pierogi. Oh my god, for Yuri on Ice. That's amazing. Oh, apparently my mom is going to make vegan donuts on Christmas Eve. I think that she's committing my dad to this. That's what it sounds like to me. Are you finishing that donut?
I thought you were giving me the rest.
That's what you thought, huh? There you go. You're gonna have the last bite. What's your rating on that? That's pretty good.
Really good. It's really good.
I wish it was warm.
I have no notes.
Erin has no notes. I think it's a 5 out of 5. Like, it being warm is not like it needs to be warm. I just feel like if it was hot out of the oven, it might be like transcend 5 out of 5. Also, it's chocolate and I liked it that much, which means that I think it's earned its 5 out of 5. You say no notes, so you say 5 out of 5 too? Okay. Erin is nodding vigorously and also essentially ate half the donut. So we're going to say 5 out of 5 for the babka knot. Should we do... Also, I don't want to wash the chocolate out of my mouth. That's how subtle the chocolate was, which is normally I want to wash the chocolate out of my mouth. Should we try to do my monthly to-do list in the planner, talk about gay hockey, or just go straight into the gingerbread donut? Which should we do? My mom claims she's not just convincing my dad to do it, that we're all going to do it. But I think what's really going to happen is that you and my dad are going to do it. And then we're going to sit back and test them. I'll powder them. That one is a keeper, the babka knot. Yeah, that was very good. I'm a little sad that the specialty flavors are only in for a month because I'm not probably going to be able to repeat that one. Okay. I don't know. This week is a mess, and my goal this week is to just get through this week. I don't have any. I was supposed to be more productive when I got home from the rink today, but the aforementioned, like, am I sick or is it just that my meds were delayed situation meant that I was just like, cannot do it. I was in my lesson today, and I was just like, it was not working. And my coach had only gotten like 3 hours of sleep the night before, so he was also not doing great. There's one vote for gingerbread. Okay. We're gonna do the total to do this month. Oh, I finished the Patreon mailing. That was my end of year thing. I mean, I'm sure I'm about to get a bunch of returns because people forget to update their address in Patreon. And then I get a bunch of returns, and then I've got to bug people and send them out, which for my own brain is the most annoying part, when you feel like you've completed a task, but then you have like a whole new second task that's unpredictable. Very fun. Plan the talk, move, closet inventory, gifts. I have not finished that. I'm like halfway there. Expenses, setup, loot, new light. Okay, nothing else is done in this category. But I'll have B&B done by the end of the week. Okay. And the marketplace file is due on the 9th, so. Okay, AviQ feature, Ranger feature, EAS feature 2. Move. Which will take, let's say 20 hours. It's going to take more than 20 hours. Let's say 20 hours. Expense report. 2 hours. Usually the whole year ones take a little bit more. Then Shenzhen book. We still have like some stuff to book in Shenzhen. And then Nationals pre-report. And invite. Ollie party. I might not do that this month. I might do it next month. But we're going to figure out the timing for the Olympics party. Now, if this new hockey friend that I made today is interested, maybe they can come and do a primer on the hockey before we watch the women's hockey. I feel like, so my plan is that I'm going to do like a little like slideshow to prep everybody so that you can go into watching the figure skating, because we're planning on hosting an Olympics viewing party. I'm going to say it and then I'm going to manifest it and it's going to happen. We really just need a television and internet service, and I'm paying for Peacock for another year. So I got the like, you're about to quit and then they offer it to you for $20 deal. So I've got $20 for a year. So theoretically we're going to be able to host an Olympics party, but my plan is I'm going to make little short slideshows to give people the context they need so they don't have to come in like understanding anything, and they can know who like we're rooting for and some of the lore behind people. And I'm going to make it like a little 10-minute PowerPoint before that. But I need to get my invites out so that I can like mark it on people's calendar. And I need to actually like look at the schedule for the Olympics and figure out which events we can host for it. Megan DeWood says I got mine. I'm hoping to manifest. I mean, I don't even think it's like manifesting if you're just committing yourself to doing it. I hope I can survive the rest of this week. It'll be fine. I haven't yet missed a deadline. I don't know if maybe I'm gonna have to not sleep or maybe not go to skating tomorrow. Like, if I wake up and I am like wiped, I might not go to skating class because I'm worried like that'll knock me even farther back. Also, by not commuting in tomorrow and possibly not commuting in on Thursday, I don't think that's gonna work, but if I don't, that saves me like 4 hours of time between like commuting back and forth. So, and like having to have my lunch prepped and everything. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. I've packed for a trip before, and if you only leave half an hour to pack, it only takes half an hour to pack. And you can always just buy stuff. I'm still in the United States. I mean, as much as Texas thinks it's a different country, I'm still going to be in the United States. All right. Good enough. I do have like one more. I need to make another one for the AviQ talk for my little editorial calendar, but there we go. It's not the best color coordination this month, and we'll have a live stream from Austin next week. All right, I think it's time for another. So does anybody have any questions about the gay hockey show? I'm happy to answer them. I can't believe that I read 3 gay romance books last week. It was really, one of them I listened to, and my biggest fear was that my headphones were going to disconnect in a public place, because that was a lot listening to it like while biking to work early in the morning. All right. Money can be used to buy goods and services. That's roughly my plan for Austin. Although I really don't want to have to use money to buy goods and services in San Francisco because I can't afford San Francisco prices. Okay, please look at this gingerbread cookie donut. It is so cute. This is the little gingerbread guy. I think he survived quite well. It's meant to be a iced gingerbread latte. That's what they described it as. So it's a regular raised donut, and then it has stripes of gingerbread and vanilla frosting. Hi, Machka heard that Hi. Oh my God. I can't eat the donut if you're climbing on me. As soon as she heard that there was a tiny gingerbread man and I called him cute, I think that's when she was like, I have to go arrive. Really gorgeous donut. Oh my God, it's so gingerbready. Wow. I don't know what I expected, but because I was only biting into the frosting part, I didn't expect it to be like, it's like you're biting into a soft gingerbread cookie. Oh my God. This is so good.
That looks like a donut.
Aaron says this fits the definition of a donut. All right, I'm going to bite into the little gingerbread guy now. I feel bad. I'm going to take his leg and his arm off. Machka's now on Aaron's shoulder.
She jumped from the floor.
You want to go in the back so people can see your cat scarf? Oh, it's very hard to see you. She's not going anywhere.
No.
She jumped from the floor onto Aaron's shoulder. No taxes are allowed for this one. It's so good. I'm doing tax evasion right now. Okay, I want you all to see this before Aaron destroys him anymore. Poor guy. Only has half a head and one arm now. One bite.
Oh, I see the tax rate. I'm the tax man.
No, I just submitted my that's my return. You have to give me my return back. No tax on tips. This is really good. Like, yeah, you're right. It is a 5. It's also a 5.
I have a note.
What's Aaron's note?
It means 4.5. The maple glaze undercuts the ginger slightly.
Nope, disagree. Perfect. It's perfect. I actually want to downgrade the babka to 4.5 after having that one. But there's enough room for both of them to be excellent. I'm going to say 5 out of 5. Aaron says 4.5 out of 5. I'm sorry this is just a plan with me this week. I genuinely did not have capacity to think about anything else. Anybody have any economic or financial stuff that they're keeping track of right now that they think is like a valuable topic? Because I can do it theoretically next week. I'm going to be a little less stressed. Retroactively deduct points off the Bob Cannot. They do it in the Olympics. Or if we're talking 2002 Salt Lake City, we just give both teams the gold medal. I could do a little Russian interference here, which is related to the gay hockey show. So there we go. Oh yeah, have people seen my National Public Radio shirt? This is official NPR merch. It is a NPR crop top, and I almost never buy, like, I don't buy t-shirts generally, and then I generally don't buy stuff for my employer. I don't work for National Public Radio, by the way. I work for the local affiliate. We pay NPR money. My employer pays NPR money to license shows. But I normally am like, ugh, I don't need this. But then I saw this and I was like, oh, I want that. And I also have the Feral for the Free Press one. They gave a discount, like it's because it was official NPR merch, but it was designed by a designer when federal funding got, when the rescission happened and they took back federal funding for National Public Radio and PBS. There was like someone on TikTok who is a designer who just started designing the merch that she wanted NPR to have. We call them premiums in the business because you get them for being a donor. So they're premiums versus being merch. But she started designing them and she was like, give the NPR millennial girlies what they want, crop tops. And one of them is this Farrell for the Free Press one. And then this was hand lettered by one of her other designer friends. And NPR, in the first stroke of them actually doing what the people want, saw how viral that TikTok was going and partnered with her to actually produce the merch, which I was like, what? Corey said, I wanted the marketplace Let's Do the Numbers that she pitched as well. They do have a Let's Do the Numbers marketplace, but marketplace is not, I know it's confusing and it's really hard to understand within like the realm outside of it, but marketplace is not NPR. It is under APM, American Public Media, and it plays on a lot of NPR affiliate stations like my station. But it is actually produced by APM, which is out of Minnesota Public Radio, which is another NPR affiliate. So essentially you just have to like imagine a snake eating itself. Anyway, the NPR is who ended up doing the merch. So you can get this merch at shopnpr.com or .org, I believe. Obviously not sponsored, but please support NPR so that I continue to have a job. So anyway, NPR would not have a way to do the marketplace things. Marketplace has had, they call it their investors program, which I think is insane. When you become a donor, they call it investors. I think it's insane to do as like someone who used to be in a regulated financial position. The idea of calling something an investment when it's not an investment seems like a dumb idea. But theoretically they have lawyers. But anyway, they do have some member premiums for marketplace investors that do say, let's do the numbers. I do think hers was like a little better. There was also a cropped hoodie for national that had the same lettering for National Public Radio that I also really wanted, but I was like, I don't wear enough t-shirts. I've been wearing them to the gym and to the rink, and because that's really the only time I wear t-shirts, so. Corey said, I knew that when she was pitching. I was like, tag APM. I will say I do view APM as significantly more social media savvy than NPR, but I will continue to love my liquid assets mug. That's great. We had on NPR affiliates, you say, essentially you throw to the national newscast after the billboard. So the billboard is that thing at the top of the hour that's like 1 minute and it'll tell you what shows are coming up in the next hour. And the way that our host, morning edition host, who hosted it for like 16 years, would always say, it's 8:01, the news is next. And then it would switch to the national newscast. And we had mugs that said, it's 8:01, the news is next, that were like flew off the shelves as an OPB premium. And I do not know why we stopped producing them, because I think self-referential public radio and public media stuff that is like in jokes among listeners does so well, because it's this only stuff that I want. All of our merch for OPB is pretty much like a bird, some Pacific Northwest bird on something. It's literally the put a bird on it, like Portlandia sketch. And they're all like the endangered freaking meadowlark of some part of Oregon or something. We do incredible like nature TV programming at OPB, Oregon Field Guide, and Oregon Experience. So it makes sense why we do so many bird things, but I wish we just had some of the snarky stuff so that when I'm pitching, I could pitch some of the snarky stuff. Oh my God. Yeah, we used to meow at each other on Instant Messenger, and we used Instant Messenger to like communicate between each other. This is pre-cell phone, so this is Instant Messenger. You had to be on a computer. But I meowed while at my dad, because I would just say meow. We would meow at each other. And I meowed at my dad while he was in the middle of a presentation, and the meow popped up on the screen. Now I feel like that is all exactly how it is. Give the people dumb in jokes. Also, what my dropout merch is. Oh yeah, I haven't like seen the dropout merch. I am not like a dropout. I think we've watched like one dropout thing. But I feel like dropout is very good at nailing. They understand their audience in a way that I think public media is extremely bad at. Also, one of our strikers had it's 8:01. A fair contract is next. It wasn't striking. We were demonstrating. We are not striking, but in our union, we were demonstrating at the board meeting, and we had like a huge chunk. I think it was like 60% of our bargaining, like of our whole unit, showed up at the board meeting, which is like more people than have ever come watched a board meeting for us. And we all had little signs, and one of my favorite signs was 8:01, a fair contract is next. Has Aaron ever thought to buy 2 of the good donuts? I mean, Aaron doesn't buy the donuts, so he would have to bribe me into it. When he does buy the donuts, it's usually because I'm out of town. So, and I think once or twice you've gone over there to buy donuts because I've had a very inconvenient schedule, and you have realized it's not quite the same as when we lived above the donut store. We don't have to only eat donuts on a live stream, but I made that kind of a rule when a donut shop moved below us. I was like, all the donuts need to be tax deductible. Well, I'm glad that you find this a chill live stream. Does anybody following any financial? What are you doing? What is happening up there? Machka is rearranging the furniture. What are you doing? Very suspicious noises coming from upstairs. Machka? The other cat's just passed out. She does seem a little concerned. She's very sleepily doing this. Like, concerned about the noises. Nobody has any financial topics that they are keeping an eye on. We are doing Snackuary in January again, which is like Budgetober, but for food-related costs. Not everybody's cup of tea. Some people actually like it better than Budgetober, I would say. Your goal doesn't have to be specific to like your actual budget. It could be very specific. Like I've seen people do like no vending machine snacks at work, or categorize my grocery spending for a month. Sometimes it'll be no eating out or no takeout or only takeout once a week or whatever it might be. You get to choose your own adventure. Anyway, we're going to have Snackuary, and then next year we will be doing the 26 in 2026 savings challenges again. So if you have been participating in those and you have completed the 25 in 2025, please sign up to get your stickers and your badges, because I would like to send them to you. They're very cute. Hi. Do you need lots of head pets? But the 26 and 2026 challenges will be saving $26 a week or $26 a month. We'll be saving 26% of your income, which is like quite a big amount now. And you can choose gross or net if you want. And she's now burying her head in. Look at this baby. You require nonstop attention. What are you going to do when I have a door to my office that you can't open? Okay, now she's falling asleep. I really wish I had a lap cam. In my new live stream setup, we're going to have to get a Machka lap cam. Can I tilt this? No, I can't. I have structural support here. Is it annoying to ask if you think AI is a bubble or not? AI is definitely a bubble. That doesn't mean the technology is going to go away. the way that it is being overinvested and pushed really, really right now reminds me of, I mean, like the concept of artificial intelligence and the use of artificial intelligence in products has been going on for a long time. The marketing branding of saying that everything is AI reminds me so much of when we had this crypto boom like 4 or 5 years ago. And I guess it was like 6 years ago now. And every piece of marketing would be like blockchain. And they just like, the marketers would just insert the word blockchain into everything. There was a lot of stuff that was already using machine learning, which is artificial intelligence, to inform the way that their products went. So a great example of this product would be like Grammarly, which is a grammar assistant that a lot of people use for writing. It has always used what is now called AI in the general parlance. Previously, they did zero advertising about that. Now it's all they can talk about. And we're seeing this with large companies too. Like, because of some of the morning news that we listen to is very, very industry focused. Oh, am I supposed to switch to the cat cam? Wait. Oh, it's not up yet. Which one is it on? What is that on my thing? Oh, okay. Can you all see this baby? She's so exhausted. I'm having to hold her up. I don't have use of my hands anymore. No. Please do not grab the threads of my expensive sweater. Okay. Well, I'm just stuck with this baby. That door will never be closed. Okay, will you? So anyway, yes, I do think it is a bit of a boom, and there is a lot of over leveraging going on right now for this supposed shift to AI. Is the technology going to go away? No. Does it not mean that you should think about like how you're interacting with it and also feel confident about using it for certain things? Yes. But, I do think that portfolios that are indexed to percentage of the market are possibly over indexed to this AI boom and investment. There's also so many other macroeconomic conditions going on right now. Look at this baby. I really wish you guys had the view that I had because she's being ridiculous. Are you falling asleep? My old cat would pound and whine at closed doors so much it wasn't worth locking her out. Well, we only have one door in this apartment, and Machka, when it is closed, will stand outside of it and scream if she thinks that it's inappropriate that you're going to the bathroom without her. But I am really looking forward to having a door that I can close when I am doing interviews, because it seems like when I am doing recorded interviews for radio, in here is Machka and Kugel's favorite time to wake up from a 3-hour nap and chase each other up and down the stairs about 2 feet from where I record. Okay. We're done with the cat now. She I guess decided she was done. All right, y'all, tell me what you're looking forward to this week in the last 5 minutes. We will probably be live streaming at this time on Monday next week instead of Tuesday. I will do my best to put it out to the Patreons, so you can join for free as a free supporter at ohmydollar.com/support. Or you can throw some change my way. Doing a lot of workshops right now, so appreciate that. And also, Adobe has just gone up by another $10, so I'm about to go fight with them and tell them I'm quitting. But join the Personal Finance Society, even free, and I will push out and let people know probably Friday, maybe Saturday, about when the live stream is going to be, when I have a better sense of the conference schedule. Her bathroom is in there, but she's not waiting to go to the bathroom. She's upset that I am not in the bathroom, or that she doesn't have access to it. Fuzzbubble says, looking forward to quiet time. Last week was nice with family, but loud and chaotic. Fair. I am not going to have quiet time. I'm just hoping I don't come back with sick from this conference. So I am probably going to be a little more fastidious with masking because I feel like we're in like peak flu and cold season right now. And it's like everybody's getting off of a holiday where a lot of people traveled. So I'm a little worried about the conference crud. And I feel like I last had COVID like 90 days ago. Was it about 90 days ago? And I feel like I'm now in the window to possibly get it again. So, I mean, there are also, I just don't want to get sick in general. Like, I'm at risk for flu too. I did get my flu shot, but it's not as effective. So I look forward to getting my 8% raise I just found out I was getting. Not sure if this week or next pay period. That's amazing. Congratulations. That's very exciting. Also, to be surprised with an 8% raise is pretty great. I will say I will likely be doing several things where I will not be masking up just because like I'm not going to mask when I'm on stage for the talk and I'm mic'd up and probably will attend like a couple events. I'll play it by ear. I definitely I always mask on the plane and I always mask on transit and stuff like that. But I know I'm a little worried about bringing Texas germs home. Aaron, the chat is now broken. The chat overlay. There we go. Does it work again? No, it's broken. It's that problem where only one thing can be on the bottom at once. And since I put the Patreon banner up, now I can't have the chat overlay. I did. But then it didn't work. Oh, now it works. Okay. Congrats, letter B, on your raise. Looking forward to quiet time for Fuzz Bubbles. I hope everybody else has a lovely week. Stay safe. Watch some gay hockey if you can. The next episode comes out on Friday if you have access to HBO or Crave in Canada. Stay safe. Stay hydrated. Pet a cat if you have one available. And I will see you all soon. Bye.